What's up, guys? Welcome to Run It Back. I'm your host, Blair Bomber, and I got some new digs. You see this? You see this shit? Hell yeah. You see this? Look at this. Can you hear it? That's the artificial turf, baby. We're getting in this bitch. I couldn't be happier, honestly. Like, I'm pretty stoked about this. Went to home. Tell you about it real quick. I wanted to have kind of this new backdrop. I didn't want just a plain-ass wall. I wanted something dope, something kind of the roots of sports, kind of something that I know fairly well. I was like, dude, turf would be pretty sick. And I saw like a similar turf wall on Bobby Lee's podcast, Tiger Belly. They do something kind of similar. I was like, that's pretty sick. I should try that out. Went to Home Depot. By the way, Home Depot is just filled with dudes who aren't fucking enough. These guys are it's just all plaid. And I think there's a rule that you have to have at least one pant leg covered in paint stains. Covered in paint stains and no fingernails. All the fingernails are just nubs from just fucking nah. So many dudes that haven't fucked but are so happy to be out. Do you know what I mean? Like to be out of their house and they're working on shit. And dude, I'll tell you, I kind of got into it. Like, I knew what I wanted pretty quick, and I still was just taking laps around that place. There's so much shit. Dude, I bought a roll of artificial turf, 8x12, for $20. What a fucking deal. They used to play NFL games on this. Can you hear this? It doesn't sound comfortable. I've played on turf before. They used to have it at Western Washington. They had camp there. We practiced there one time getting ready for the Tacoma Dome. And, dude, it is just, you know when you're a kid and you run on the carpet and you trip and you fall and you get a rug burn and it hurts. You're like, oh, man. But it takes like maybe a teensy bit off that first layer of skin. Turf is, it's like a frying pan filled with gravel. When you fucking slide on that, it's like, oh, your skin, I'll take the chunk of that. Can I see your bone, please? I'll take some of that off too. I still have some. I mean, probably not anymore because it was so long ago, and my skin grows back incredibly fast. I'm like Wolverine. Not a big deal, guys. I don't want to get too caught up in how much I'm like Wolverine. Anyway, turf, staple gun, Staples, box cutter. $46. Home Depot. I love you. I love you so much. You've done so much for me. Now when I got home, was it kind of hard to unroll it, lay it down, realizing that it was too long for me to hang up by myself? I was trying to put it up like, and then it just kept falling down. That was embarrassing. Yeah, that didn't feel good. So what I did was I cut it into squares, 6 squares, and then did those individually. See how there's lines kind of here and there. I mean, you can't really notice, but you can't tell. It looks dope as fuck. And I got lights. I got hella lights set up. See how the side of my face is pretty bright. See how my white, God, I'm so fucking white. Jesus Christ. Anyway, the studio's come together. I'm stoked about it. I'm going to start getting some artwork, put this up here. I got an idea for a couple things I want to do. I'm going to get the logo, obviously, the Run It Back logo, put it there, or maybe there. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But that's going to be sick. I'm stoked. But hey, let's get into this episode, all right? So this episode, I'm talking about the Netflix original movie, Triple Frontier. Have you seen the previews for it? I'm assuming everyone's on Netflix, right? Everyone's on there. Everyone's hanging out, doing the thing. Okay, at risk of being the guy who just shits on every movie ever, because it's so easy to do. And the thing is, I don't remember being like this. I remember being mad at my friends. I had some buddies who were like, oh, every movie's fucking terrible. Did you see fucking a movie? Fucking terrible. I hated it. It's stupid. Yeah. I don't want to be that guy. But I think as I've gotten older, I've become more cynical. Because once you've seen like a really good Christopher Nolan movie or a really good Coen Brothers movie, like something that is artistically A1 and it's, I mean, just dope. Like, let's be real. At some point, I'm going to have to talk about Inception. I'm going to have to talk about No Country for Old Men. all incredible. I gotta talk about all of these because they're so fucking perfect. Triple Frontier, imperfect movie. Was I a little bit upset almost entirely with it? Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was a little bit upset about it. But is it kind of cool because the actors themselves are so dope? Okay, if you haven't seen it, this is kind of the basic plot summary of it. It's these 5 ex-Special Forces guys, and starting with Ben Affleck. I'll get to him in a second. Ben Affleck, Oscar Isaac, if you saw Ex Machina or the new Star Wars movies, he's fucking great. What's the name of the other guy? The other 2 guys, I don't really know their names, but you'll know them. Oh, Charlie Hunnam, Sons of Anarchy, the guy with the worst accent in the history of accents. Have you ever heard him talk? Guys, we got to go out and we can. I'm telling you guys, we can do this. We're gonna make it happen, and we can do anything. We can do it. That's not a very good Charlie Hunnam. See, his accent is so bad. I did a terrible one. It still kind of sounds like it. Still like a little bit. Sons of Anarchy. He's great. By the way, total dime piece. The dude's a dimey. If you've seen him, hot guy. And I'm comfortable enough in my sexuality that I can say dude's a hot guy and not feel even a little bit. I mean, like if he came up to me, he's like, I'm gonna need you to get in the back of my bike and we're gonna go for a ride. I'd be like, where are we going? It'd be fun. He's in it. And then there's the guy from Narcos, the Mexican guy. Forget his fucking name. I'm the worst. I should look this up. I should know these things, dude. But I'm kind of just, I don't feel like doing it. I'm just going off the top with this movie, okay? I'm going off the top. And you guys can stay with me if you want. If you don't want to stay with me, you want to go get a cup of coffee, put some milk in there, a little creamer, get a little jazzed up, then come back and get on my level. That'd be cool. Just stay with me. That guy's in it. By the way, these are guys. This is how I would describe this to anybody. Because I think most people don't know the names of certain actors, and that's okay. So I'll just describe them to you in the ways that you would have seen them probably in your movie watching ability. Okay, so Charlie Hunnam, Sons of Anarchy, total hot guy. He's British, but he has his voice is so terrible. His British accent, his actual accent, the way in which he's spoken his entire life sounds like a guy you at your office doing a British accent. Oi, tea and crumpets. Yeah, that's how he sounds in real life. Don't look it up. Just fucking trust me, okay? It's fucking okay. Ben Affleck, Batman, also The Town. We'll get to Ben Affleck in a second. The guy from Narcos, Oscar Isaac, Ex Machina, did it on this podcast before. He's great. He's amazing. I love him. Then there's the guy from, Four Brothers, right? Have you seen it? The movie Four Brothers with Mark Wahlberg. And the last time anybody saw Andre 3000, you know what I'm talking about? There's little Jackie. The brother that dies. He's in this movie too. Okay. All those guys in the movie, they're all ex-Special Forces. And all of them really kind of suck at just living their life outside of, murdering civilians or whatever they did for their country. And they constantly hint at that, like, we did terrible things for our country, and now I don't know how to get back into the fold. It's like, yeah, dude, you killed kids. Of course you feel a little bit off going to work where you sell real estate. How are you going to sell a duplex when you're like, yeah, I put down a wife and kid, and the husband watched to teach him a lesson about America? And that's kind of dark, I guess. Anyway, they're all fucked up. Oscar Isaac is doing kind of this like recon thing down in Mexico, I think it is. Colombia? Mexico. In South America, this guy's doing recon work. He's following this drug dealer because he wants to steal the drug dealer's money. The money the drug dealer has is He doesn't keep it in banks, doesn't trust banks. He keeps it all in this fortress, right? And their plans, we're going to go in there, then we're going to steal it. And there's a lot of lying on Oscar Isaac's side because he's just kind of a bad guy. Kind of lies to his buddies. Like, we're going to get government assistance. We can do it. Here's some money. Long story short, as you can imagine. And here's the thing. This movie was just so predictable the entire time. It's like, and I don't want to say I knew how it was going to end, but if you would ask me, all right, what do you think is going to happen in this movie? After seeing the trailer. Oh, they're going to go into this place. They're going to do this money. They're going to get greedy. Something will malfunction. Lots of adversity. Lots of terrain. Someone dies. They get home. It's all for the better. It was just like they took every cliche action movie trope and like threw it all into one movie. And just, they're like, okay, if we put all these actors in that are really good, then everyone will just forget that the plot itself was total trash. You with me? You with me? What I'm trying to say is it upset me a little bit. It upset me a little bit from the standpoint of I wanted to be more. I don't know why I think everyone is going to treat these movies like Christopher Nolan or like, you know, I want Point Break, I guess. Give me Point Break or give me No Country for Old Men. I want an awesomely, not a bad movie, but just, I want like an semi-unrealistic movie, and then I want something that's so realistic, it's scaring me. That's what No Country for Old Men is like. It's like, this could all happen, and it's terrifying. Mainly because of that guy's haircut, but you guys know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's just go through the quick grades of this movie. Action, pretty solid. Ben Affleck, it's by the way, it's big, fat, sad Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck plays himself in this movie, and I do kind of love it because he's just sitting there and he's just like, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I wish I was making more money. I wish my daughter would talk to me, and my wife won't fuck me, and because we're divorced. But I don't. I drive a Ford, and it's shitty, and I hate every South America. Let's go kill some drug dealers, and they just kill people in the movie for no reason. They just murder everybody. Okay, okay. No spoiler. Okay, spoilers. Are we ready for spoilers? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Do I even want to go into it? Yeah, I'll go into it. Okay. Basically, they just skip over all the tough, like they get to the country, they get these weapons, and they easily get into this guy's fortress and kill a bunch of people. And they start hacking away all and take all the walls out, and they find all this money. The plan was to steal, I think, like $2 million. They end up stealing $258 million. And they just put it in bags. Like, at what point is enough enough? Like, for me, my current lifestyle, $10 million. $10 million, but in reality, $50,000. Like, if I had $50,000 in my savings account right now, I'm living probably the same as if I have $2 million. Because I don't need a whole lot. You see this hat? I've had this hat for 7 years. And it looks good as fuck, but only backwards. If I put it on forwards, it looks like my dad's going to yell at a girls' soccer game at a game where I don't even. It's like my niece is playing. It's like my third niece is playing. I don't even really love her because she's not. She's my niece, but she's not like my niece, you know. Sorry, I had to get the riff of me putting my hat forwards and then backwards and then forwards and then backwards again out of my mouth. That was embarrassing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you had to watch that. But you know what? That's the thing about the video podcast is you're going to see all this shit. Because now you're in. You're into this. I'm into it. We're here together. Okay? I'll talk more about what I see this podcast going later. But Triple Frontier. Ben Affleck plays himself. The other guys are... There's stereotypes. There's the guy who's like got PTSD. And he's like, I want to help people, but I don't like. I want money, but I don't want to help people. The other guy is like, I got a bunch of DUIs and I killed a guy in a DUI accident. I'm a bad guy too. Third guy's a UFC fighter, an MMA fighter, because he's fighting in like a middle school gym, and he just gets his shit rocked, which I thought was unnecessary. Like at one point they're talking about what they're gonna do with this. We're just having a conversation, and in the conversation, they're all talking about this job. And one of the guys is getting ready to go into a mixed martial arts fight in a gym. And they're in this middle school locker room. And one guy's trying to get all, like jacked up for this fight. And the other one's like, all right, so the payload is what? Whose weapons? Who's going to drop us in there? How many civilians are we going to murder? And the guy's like, dude, can you guys just lock it in? It was the only real part of the whole movie. Was the guy who's trying to go fight and all his friends are supposed to support him in his corner, and they're just talking about this job, and he's just got to sit there like, hey guys, can you guys lock it in? Like, I'm gonna go fight this dude. Like, oh yeah, you're right. So they'll drop us like 2 kilometers from the place. It's so stupid. Oh, and they go in. Oh, by the way, the guy goes into his MMA fight, and they touch gloves, and he just gets a haymaker to the jaw, and then they cut, and you don't know if he won or lost. But I'm going to assume that he lost, because you took a fucking Conor McGregor left to the jaw inside 5 seconds. I don't know if you're going to recover, dude. Shout out Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo? Aldo? It's Aldo. It's not Alto. He's not a singer. It's not an alto with the guy in the back row. Dude, were you guys in choir when you were younger? I was in choir, and what they would do is we would have these not assemblies, but we would have these concerts, choir concerts. We got to wear like our nice button-up shirts, we had to look good, and they would put us in, in like these, like bleachers kind of, but like the longer ones. Anyway, and the thing that was so funny to me was they stressed this one thing to us really hard. They'd be like, hey guys, whatever you do, just make sure you bend your knees every now and then. What? That's like bend my knees. I mean, I feel like I'm bending them most of the time. Why do I need to bend my knees? And the teacher was like, well, if you keep your knees just locked and don't bend them, then you might pass out and fall down and crack your head open, and then I'm getting sued by this family. I was like, what? You can do that? If you keep your legs straight, you'll just pass out? And I just accepted it. So I was up there. I was up there just like bending my like squatting every 30 seconds because I was so scared I was going to pass out from my legs being straight for too long. Lo and behold, kid next to me, I think his name was Job. Yeah, they called him Job. Job was his name. J-O-B, Job. Nice guy. But Job. What was his... I mean, I don't really need to get into what he was, but... Dude did that. He's like, I think I'm just gonna get my legs straight. I remember looking at him like, dude, are your legs fucking straight right now? He's like, yeah, they're fucking straight. And then he started wobbling, like, oh. And he fell and cracked the girl in front of him so hard. It was the best. Meanwhile, we were trying to sing the Friends theme song. And they wouldn't let us clap either. I told you life was gonna be this way. Bah, 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 bah. Job's a joke, you broke. We tried to sing. It was so early 2000s. It was like 2000. And we sang the Friends theme song in a concert, and a kid kept his legs straight and passed out. Triple Frontier gets a B- from me. What am I doing? I'm just going on this a tangent about a choir concert. How do I even get into that space? I don't even know. I don't even know. Spoiler alerts: Ben Affleck dies. Ben Affleck dies in the lamest way possible. These guys are airlifting $250 million, And they have it just hanging from there's the helicopter here, and they had to set this long rope with a big like bags, like all these bags and this big cargo like netting, and they can't get over this like rock face, and they crash in front of a village where they're farming cocaine. Layers. They're farming cocaine. And then they end up killing villagers because they don't speak the language. Well, actually, Oscar Isaac did, but the guys are still like, yo, you have all this money, and we have cocaine, so can you, like, get the fuck away from us? They're like, oh, no, we can't. Kill a bunch of guys. They kill a bunch of old guys, which means what? The sons, the 16, 18-year-olds, are like, well, we gotta fucking kill you guys. Then they just trek through the mountains with donkeys and all this cash. And then they get cold and they burn their money. That's been done before. Isn't the D.B. Cooper thing from Without a Paddle? He burned his money to be warm because the money didn't matter. We get it, dude. We get it. Anyway, they're laughing. A little bit later, the two kids start shooting at him. And these expert Marine Spec Ops guys get the drop on him. Ben Affleck popped right in the head, dead. It's just like, and then they kill the kid. They kill the kid, Ben Affleck. They kill the kid, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck was the only one with like a family. Like we met Ben Affleck's daughter. She kind of sucked. Now she has no dad, and I'm sure she'll be, I don't know, fine. She'll probably be fine. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy because I didn't like it. But then they just get out and they make it and they have a little bit of money and then they're sitting there and they're trying to put all the money in this thing. So they've been at everyone. I think they walk away with like 1.8 million each, and then each of the guys is like, just put it in the trust for Ben Affleck's daughter. Just put it in the I don't need it. And then they leave and they made no money and their friend's dead. But they do leave it open for part 2, because what they had all $250 million, right? And they just throw it into this like ravine, and it hasn't snowed yet. Like, oh, the snow will cover it. Then they leave. They carry like 1.8 million each. They go back, and then Charlie Hunnam is like, "Yo, man, I saved the coordinates, and here you go, Oscar." He didn't call him Oscar. It's not his name in the movie. But I'm going to call him Oscar because I know his name in the movie. Barely knew his name in real life. How can I forget? My beard's based off his beard and Ex Machina. You see this? You love it. And it blends in nice. So stupid. Anyway. Charlie Hunnam has the coordinates, gives them to Oscar Isaac. And he's like, maybe you can find it. That's not how he sounds. But they're like, oh, are they going to go back and get them all the money? I hope so. I want to see a sequel with just Oscar Isaac. And fucking truck. Will you shut up? 3rd floor. And it sounds like it's right in the living room. I just hate. Anyway, the movie ends. And four guys, one died. Ben Affleck's dead, and they don't make any money, and they're sad, and they're in the spot they were before. Was the action kind of cool? Yeah, but I think if the plot is going to be so thin, then the action better be at 11. Like a perfect example of doing both of those well is John Wick. John Wick. Oh, God. I need to do John Wick. I got to do John Wick. I got to get Big Jake on the line. I'll do John Wick, and that'll be dope. Maybe get some beers for that one, too. Oh, that'd be dope. Anyway, John Wick the action is unparalleled. The plot itself is it's good because it's like, oh, there's a world of assassins that just lives in this little subculture, and we don't know about it, and that's also kind of dope. I don't know, man. I mean, look at. Do I recommend Triple Frontier to you guys? Here's the thing. I recommend Triple Frontier the same way I would recommend wrestling on carpet. It might be fun. It might get your blood going a little bit. But you're probably going to get some rug burns. Not like it's a turf, but rug burns nonetheless. That's what Triple Frontier is like. It was like wrestling on carpet, and you're going to get a rug burn. Did you have fun? I kind of did. I enjoyed it. I watched the whole thing. Didn't have my phone out but a couple of times just to see if somebody would text me so I could find a reason to not look at Triple Frontier anymore. Doesn't matter. Triple Frontier. It's on Netflix. Check it out. What an endorsement that is. I bet you guys loved that. You loved how good that was. Like, does he like this movie? Does he not like this movie? I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Not great. B-. That's passing though, people. Okay. And I hope you're still listening, watching, doing whatever. I'm on YouTube now. That's dope. On iTunes, obviously. And these are going to keep coming out. My plan is to keep doing solo ones. I love doing these ones. These are I love. Believe it or not, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm having a great time. I'm just talking to a camera and a mic, so it's pretty fun for me. I'm starting having guests to talk movies. I'm also thinking about having guests, more than one or two, like one or two guests, and us just riffing and just fucking around. I'm gonna call it like shoot around. Like we're just shooting shots. We're just shooting. We're just talking out of our ass. I think that'll be a cool segment. And you know what, dude? I might do seasons of this. I might make like season 1, obviously, is just me talking about movies. Some with people, some without. Maybe season 2 will be about books. Season 3 could be about food. Season 4, I mean, I don't know. There's really no end. I'm just trying to be more, trying to focus on like a subject, I guess. But these shoot-arounds will help me kind of figure out what I want to do. Plus my Sham God's fucking nasty. All right, that's it. Cool, we hit it. We did it. Did you guys have fun? Did you enjoy it? The green wall's pretty fucking dope, huh? Pretty fucking dope. Pretty fucking dope. My mom hates... My mom used to not like it when I would say fuck. And now, if I just say fuck repeatedly, she'll laugh. Just hearing me say, I think that'd be a thing if you made a person and for a long time they didn't swear and now it's all they do is swear. I think that is kind of funny, I guess, right? You guys get it. You guys get it. You guys get it. Nothing else to say. You guys get it. All right. I'm out of here. I'm leaving. I'm going away. I'm going. I'm gone. I'm gonna walk out of here.